Hi pals!
This is going to be my Leeds vlog, where I show you around Leeds with me, exploring for the first time, meeting Paula from Family and Books, and we will be doing tattoos and maybe piercings, and we may actually be breaking the book buying ban. Just for one day. I know. Terrifying. So yeah, I will insert a picture of the books that I'm breaking the book buying ban for, potentially. So with that, let's get on with the vlog.
Books and coffee, that's all I mean. Lost in a world of fancy. What do you for Sci-Fi? What is tales and stories that make you well?
We're gonna go see Paula. Doors open. Going up. There's Paula!
Books and coffee, that's all I need. Lost in a world of fantasy. Oh, indeed, from sci-fi thrillers to romance tales and horror stories that make me well. I'm a book hermit, part of the BookTube crew, sharing my thoughts, connecting me and you. With every page a new adventure awaits, a community bound by the love we create. Grab a cup of joe, let's dive into a story. Pages turning, hearts soaring, feeling the glory. Books and caffeine, my ultimate delight. Pages and coffee, taking flight day and night. Dusty shelves, a treasure trove untold. Hidden gems just waiting to unfold. Whispering secrets, beckoning me near. Lost in a labyrinth with no cause for fear. TBR pile, ever growing, never tall. A challenge I face, enthralling them all. Classics and debuts, side by side they stand. Each one a promise held in my hand. Grab a cup of joe, let's dive into a story. Pages turning, hearts soaring, feeling the glory. Books and caffeine, my ultimate delight. Pages and coffee, taking flight day and night. The world may rush, but here I find peace. A quiet escape, worries all released. Characters become friends, both old and new. In fictional worlds, my dreams come true. Reviews and hauls, unboxings galore. Sharing book love, what can I ask for more? Recommendations fly, a passionate debate. Connecting with readers, it's simply great. Grab a cup of joe, let's dive into a story. Pages turning, hearts soaring, feeling the glory. Books and caffeine, my ultimate delight. Pages and coffee, taking flight day and night.
Hi! So we've stopped in this lovely park. I've already forgotten the name. Park Square. We've had our lunch. It was very delicious. What did you have?
Straight up pasty.
Oh yeah.
Sausage roll and a pasty.
I had-
Pastry all the way.
Yeah, I had a rice bowl thing. And they were both delicious, I think. Anyway, moving on, story time. we went to, what shop was it? The
Gregg.
Book.
We went to the Bookish type.
Bookish type, which is a queer indie bookshop in Leeds, and I got very excited, and so we went there. I got a bag full of books. Then we thought, we're a bit peckish, it's lunchtime, we'll go to Gregg's. And so we went to Gregg's. I put my bag down to pay and promptly walked out of Gregg's with my food and no bag of books, which we realised.
It's a good job I mentioned something.
Yeah, Paula saved the day, as usual.
No, the person in Gregg saved the day. It's just that I noticed.
Yeah, but I probably
We
would have
wouldn't
got a
noticed.
lot further away. I
We
think,
would have made
before
it
I'd have
here.
realised.
We probably would have made it here and eaten
Yeah.
lunch and not realised.
And I'd have gone to look at the books and
Yeah.
not been able to look at the books. It's so weird seeing a piercing on my face.
I've lost a ball.
Lost a ball.
I lost the ball.
It's okay, you've got another ball, it's fine.
Yeah. Anyway,
Although you can't have too many balls, can you?
exactly.
Anyway.
I want all the balls.
Yeah. So I did my version of running, which was barely walking really, but
I got
we
pushed
got
back
it.
up the hill.
Yeah. I should have shouted back, I'll catch up. Shouldn't I? Saved you having to. But
fine.
anyway, we went back. Luckily, the woman in Gregg's had saved the day.
They'd noticed and put the books behind the counter.
Yeah. So, luckily, we have the books and there will be a book haul later.
Very expensive book haul.
Very expensive.
Now we're gonna go to the book boat.
Yeah.
Holdfast Bookshop. All the indie bookshops today.
And we're going on the water taxi.
Woohoo!
Woo! So, you'll have just seen all my footage from Leeds, and I think I said in that probably several times that I was taking the day off my book buying ban. This may have just proven exactly why I'm on a book buying ban. So I'm going to quickly go through all of the books that I bought while in Leeds. So I'm not going to do too much description, as I think this video is probably going to be long enough. But yeah, I'm going to tell you a quick little thing about each one. So I got The Spell Shop by Sarah Beth Durst. I know this is a cozy fantasy, and that's pretty much... Oh, and there's a sentient spider plant. Who doesn't want to read about a sentient spider plant, right? So anyway, I am not sure that I like cozy anything really other than being cozy in real life. But in terms of books, I'm not sure. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. So I'm just going to keep reading until I've decided. So there's that. I said I wasn't going to waffle on, but never mind. Okay, next we have Death at the Sign of the Rook by Kate Atkinson. This is an independent book exclusive. I got this one from the Book Boat. I cannot remember the name. I will link all of the places that I went in the description. I highly recommend, if you go to Leeds or if you shop online, feel free to check them out, because I think both the Queer Bookshop and the Book Boat, I think both have an online shop. I will of course link that below if that is true. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, I've not read anything by Kate Atkinson before, and for some reason this is a new release, and this is an independent bookshop exclusive. So we've got the lovely sprayed edges, it's got one of them fancy little bookmarks in, and then is there anything on the cover? Yes, we've got the black feathers on the cover, so it's really cool and pretty, and I'm very excited. It is, I think, like the third or the fourth in like a series, but I think it's like a series in terms of like Poirot or something like that, where there's, if you read in order, you will pick up like little things here and there, but each story is individual, if that makes sense. So from what my little bit of research told me, I think I'm good to go and just read this one and do a bit of a taste test, as I've not read anything from this author, so we'll find out. Okay, next. I was so excited to see this. I'm a bit of a fan of Susie Dent. If you don't know who Susie Dent is, she's a lexicographer. Wow, I said that. I first came across Susie Dent. I'm pretty sure she's well known in sort of academic circles for a long time, but I came across her when she's been on Countdown for a long time as like the dictionary person. The one that says, yes, that's a word, no, that's not a word, and little fun facts about words. She has brought out non-fiction books previous, but this is her first fiction, Guilty by Definition, and I am so excited to read this, honestly. I cannot wait. I'm a big Susie Dent fan. Okay, next I got a book for Isabel, the gender book. We, obviously, since I came out as non-binary, it is something that both me and Matt have been thinking about, how to teach Isabel the correct words for me, because obviously Isabel's used to saying mummy and she, her, that kind of thing. So it is something that we're thinking very carefully about and making sure that we go about things in the best way for her, kind of thing. she already came up with a new name for me, and she came up with it herself, so it's not like something that I've enforced or anything like that, but it is really cute. She came up with Pips because she was already calling Matt Pops and now we're Pips, Pops and Paps. She's Paps. So yeah, it's really cute. But anyway, I got this because I thought it might help us out with that aspect. Next, another book. There's another book by this author further down the pile, but I'm very excited to have this one. This is by Ben Peachy. I came across them on Instagram, and they do a lot of really helpful, useful posts, and interesting as well, and fun to interact with. A lot of random sort of LGBT historical moments and things like that. It's really fun, and they have written a few books, but I think these are the two that are like most recent maybe. And this one is Your Gender Book, Helping You Be You. Obviously I've come out as non-binary, but it is still a new thing for me in terms of, obviously I've always been me, but I didn't always have the language to describe the feelings that I have about myself inside, and obviously how I identify. I never felt that I fit into male or female, but it's not that I didn't know there wasn't another option or like word to cover it. I just never really allowed myself that chance to investigate it because I already felt different enough. I didn't want to talk about openly another thing that felt different or other, if that makes sense, for a long time. So I was very resistant to allowing myself into this freedom of knowing who I am. And yeah, so this is obviously going to hopefully help me work all of this stuff out, really understand this aspect of myself a little bit more. And also there's a lot of, I've only read the first chapter so far, but there's like little like fun activities to do to help you think things through. There's lots of historical information, there's lots of psychological sort of commentary, and there's lots of little stories from people with different pronouns basically. And that's just what I know so far. I don't know much more than that at the moment, but I am very grateful for this resource. As someone in my 40s, at least nothing that I've found so far, there's not a lot of, everything's focused on younger people, which is obviously it's much needed. But us oldies are a little bit forgotten. Or at least I think we are. I haven't found anything. So if you know of any resources for people in the LGBTQ community that are dealing with stuff as an older person, feel free to let me know in the comments below. I would very much appreciate that. Anyway, of course I'm rambling on. Next we have In These Hallowed Halls. This is Dark Academia anthology. I have the audio for this. I bought the audio last year. I think I bought it ready for spooky season and then just didn't get around to it. But it is a series of short stories. Obviously it's an anthology, but there's a lot of authors that I already know I love, and some that I'm intrigued by and some that I haven't heard of. So we've got Olivia Blake, ML Rio, David Bell, Susie Yang, Lane Fargo, JT Ellison, James Tate Hill, Kelly Andrew, Phoebe Wynne, Kate Weinberg, Helen Grant, and Tori Bovolino. I'm so sorry. One day I'll get this speaking thing. I can live in hope, right? Okay, next we have Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb. I read this a few years ago. I can't remember if I got it from the library or if I had it on ebook. But yeah, I read it a few years ago. Did really enjoy it, fully intended on carrying on. But then I thought, actually, I'm in a physical book mood. So maybe it would be fun to start collecting the books because it's a massive series. I know it's like a series of trilogies, isn't it? So, yeah. Anyway, there's that. Next we have The Marlowe Murder Club by Robert Thorogood. I have heard a few people talking about this series, and I picked up another one of the books in, I think it's the second book in the series that I picked up already, and I've got it on my cart. You'll have seen it if you watch my TBR cart tour. It will have been on there. And as I was taking the day off, I thought I might as well grab the first one while I've got the opportunity. So yeah, so I've got The Queen of Poisons. No, I've got Death Comes to Marlowe, which is the second book, and The Marlowe Murder Club is the first one. There's that. Okay, next we have this one I didn't buy. This one was gifted to me by Paula from Family and Books, so thank you very much for that. This was on her on-haul pile, and I think I remember Paula saying that she wasn't that into this one. She was really excited for it, but then it wasn't. It was a bit of a letdown. The Devouring Grey by Christine Lynn Herman, and I just want to know why it was a letdown. So I'm going to give it a go as well. Plus it's a pretty cover. And then this is also gifted to me from Paula's on-haul pile, Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute by Talia Hibbett. I have been meaning to read from this author for a long time, and I think I've got another one of their books on my cart. I can't remember if that's true or not. I may be lying. But yeah, so I'm going to give this one a go too. Okay. This isn't going to be as long as my TBR cart haul, I promise. I promise. Next we have Delegate Dreams Department Store. And the tagline on this is "The dream you ordered is sold out." It's by Mai Lee, translated by Sandy Juson Lee. This is obviously a translated work from Korea, and yeah, I've heard a couple of people say really good things about this. It obviously attracted my attention because of the cover, but then a book about a department store that sells dreams, I'm gonna need to read that, right? Come on. Anyway, next we have The Spirit Bears Its Teeth by Andrew Joseph White. And I also managed to get my hands on Compound Fracture by Andrew Joseph White. So the first book is Hell Followed With Us. I read that was my first read for Tar, actually, and I read it while I was in Portugal, and I really enjoyed it. It's one of them books. It follows a trans boy who is escaping a cult, and he goes through awful things, and it makes you really mad in the beginning, but then there's a lot of feel-good moments as well. There's a lot of moments in the story where I don't know, like things just hit home, and it's all it's not all roses, because that's not realistic, is it? But yeah, it is just such a wonderful story, and I think quite a necessary story, because it is, if you think about these things happening in real life and the fact that they do happen in real life, maybe not in the way that they are in this book, but it's a sobering experience, if you like, but also really well written and with characters that you can really get on board with and fall in love with. Yeah, so The Spirit Bears Its Teeth is the second book, and then Compound Fracture is the third. Is it a series or is it standalones? I cannot remember. It does seem that way. I could be wrong. I will check it and pop it on the screen if I am wrong. But yeah, so I'm... Oh, and this one is signed. Yeah, it is signed. It's book plate signature. So, yes. Very excited. Okay, next we have Bury Your Gaze by Chuck Tingle. I can't remember the name of the other book by Chuck Tingle. That it was between this one and that one. I cannot remember what it was, but I couldn't decide which one. But this one was a signed copy, so it won. And I know that Coda over at Coda Means Friend. Is it Coda Means Friend? Is that his channel name? I'll pop it on the screen. No, it's Everyone's Booktube bestie, isn't it? Duh. Okay, anyway, Coda really loved this. When he read it, he got an ARC for it. Yeah, he really enjoyed it. And we have, I think we have, from the sounds of it, we have quite similar taste in weird and thriller and horror and that sort of genre. So yeah, I feel pretty confident that I'm gonna enjoy that one. Next we have The Z Word by Lindsay King Miller. The first pride was a riot, the last pride is a bloodbath. I don't know a lot about this. I just know that it's following the queer community and has, I can't remember, I'm assuming it's fictional, but actually, is it? Yes, it is fictional, it seems. Let's just read the blurb. A scrappy queer found family comes together to fight corporate greed, political corruption, gay drama and zombies. There we go. Say less. Okay, next we have the other book by Ben Peachy that I managed to get my hands on, and this is The Book of Non-Binary Joy. I have read another book called Gender Dysphoria that is, in terms of, that one was short stories from different people, different writers in different spaces, talking about their gender euphoria. And I think this is similar, but it's just from Ben Peachy's perspective. Okay, so it says, "Oh, hello, darling, and welcome to the Book of Non-Binary Joy. This book is here to help you be yourself, free from judgment and expectation, as you unlock more joy in your life. Take my hand and let's start your journey to self-love today. Whether you are at the start of your journey or have been on the wild ride of gender introspection for a long time," oh, that's a good way of putting it, gender introspection. I like that. "This guide is here to help you thrive as your authentic and most fabulous non-binary self. With personal stories, valuable insights and interactive sections, this inspiring book covers a wide range of topics including mental health, pleasure, fashion, understanding your past, allyship, privilege and self-expression. Written with warmth and unapologetic humour and with bold illustrations throughout, Ben Peachy has created the ultimate safe space for you to embrace your non-binary life and start living." So yeah, Okay, we're nearly there, guys. We're nearly there. Okay, next we have, and Christina, if you watch this video, oh, I know, you'll be like, they didn't. I did. Okay, a short history of coffee. I love coffee, if you didn't know already. So when I saw this, I was like, fine, okay, I'll buy that. Okay, next we have Late Bloomer by Maisie Eddings. Initially, this was a cover buy, but then when I read the blurb, I was like, I need this book. And Paula has also bought this book, so we're going to read this together. So that will be fun. Winning the lottery ruined Opal Devlin's life. She may have been able to leave her dead-end job, but now she's getting endlessly bombarded with people knocking at her door for a handout, and she can't seem to stop saying yes. Opal realises she has a chance to follow her own dreams and decides to spend almost all her new money on a failing flower farm in North Carolina, where she can start her painting business. But her plans for isolation soon go hopelessly awry when an angry, albeit gorgeous, Pepper Bowden is waiting for her at her new farm. Pepper states that she's the rightful owner of Thistle and Bloom Farms and she isn't moving out. There's not much else they can do except strike up an agreement of cohabitation, but they're soon butting heads at every turn while they each have a reason to stay. Can these two opposites find a way to plant some roots, or will their combustible arguing and growing attraction burn the whole place down? It sounds so cute, but also a little bit fiery, and I like that. Okay, next. These ones, the rest of these books, I didn't physically buy in Leeds because I was looking for very specific covers and none of the shops in Leeds that I went to had these covers. So I was like, okay, I'll just have to order them online. So I bought them on the same day. So I haven't taken my break from my book buying ban over the day. I paid the money on that day. They just obviously didn't arrive that day. So and there's a read along, so I needed them. So I may have got the whole collection of Brandon Sanderson books of Mistborn and the other one that I can't remember the name of that trilogy, but it's continuing, I think. I'm not sure, but you read them in that order anyway. So I don't know, I'm just going to do as I'm told, but I've got the books to do it. So we're good, we're golden. And now I've just got to find time to read all of these books. It has literally taken me all day to sort out sprints for next month and to record 2 videos. When am I going to have time to read? That's my question. Help me. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my little visit to Leeds. I certainly did, and thank you to Paula and Chris for being such great hosts and showing me around, cooking me dinner, and to their lovely family for being so welcoming to me. And this is a week later, so my tattoos are well on their way to healing. So yeah, I will maybe, if you're interested, let me know in the comments below, but I can always do an update on them in a video in a couple of weeks when they're fully healed, if you're interested in seeing them when they are healed. But I love them anyway, and I love you. So see you later.
I love you.
Quack, joke. Let's dive into the story.